What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here, and as you can see and as you read in the title, today's video a little bit different. I'm going to be going through the 2021 City Edition NBA jerseys. Going to be putting them in a tier list. Now, the last time I did this, there were a lot, probably 1, 2, 3, 4 too many S tier things I put. So this time I'm going to try and be a little bit more harsh. Hopefully it'll come out great though. I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I'm coming out with sports and sports card content almost every single day here on the channel. So don't forget to hit that notification bell icon as well. And feel free to join the Discord. We're talking sports and sports cards all the time. And oh, you notice, boom, the new t-shirt. These are up on my website at fullcountmedia.com. You can check them out. Go buy a t-shirt. Help support the content. Help keeping your boy making these videos almost every single day. But yeah, let's take a look at these jerseys. Like I said, I got the tier list maker here. We got them all right there. And then I got some reference photos right here. We're just going to go alphabetical order from NBA.com. And I'll give you my thoughts, opinions on them. And then we'll rank them. So first off, we have the Atlanta Hawks. Obviously, Martin Luther King. They're clean. They're black, gold, white. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. If you guys have been rocking with the channel, y'all know that I am actually a huge, I like black, white, very simple colors is what I wear a lot. So I really like this one, though it doesn't really stand out too much because obviously, again, black and white, but it's down here. And I'm going to put it in the B tier just because, again, there's nothing crazy with it, but it's definitely not ugly by any stretch of the imagination. Their floor looks really, really dope. I like what they did there. Next up, we have the Boston Celtics. The Celtics, obviously, a storied franchise. They don't ever stray too far from what they do. It looks clean, very, very Boston-esque. I wish they would try and switch it up just because it's nothing new. I'm going to put it in the B or C. I'm going to go C. Try and be a little bit harsher on these. A little bit harsher. All right, so next up are the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I know a lot of people do not like these. They don't like them. It's like, what? It looks like a kid's room or whatever. But in my opinion, I really think they're actually pretty fire. It's just different. And more importantly, they are promoting a Brooklyn-born artist. That's super dope to me. So and I like the look. I like the look too. It's got that really cool siding right there with those reds, blacks, blues, and whites there. So I like it. I'm going to actually put Brooklyn at B. You know, I think it's clean. All right, next up, we have the Charlotte Hornets. Buzz City. Look at these. These are absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, I'm not a huge teal guy or whatever color you want to call this, but it looks clean with the gold striping there. Gold and black, it's alternating. So I really, really like it. I'm going to give this one an A because it is super clean. It almost reminds me of toothpaste. I don't know why, but the way that they did it, it looks really, really good in my opinion. So next up, of course, we have Chicago. And this screams like 1930s, 1920s vibes with the Chicago. It looks like to me the theater out there in Chicago. And it looks clean. Of course, they got the piping on the side, the crazy lines on the side. But I really do like this. I think we are going to have to go with A. And they're starting to get top heavy already. But honestly, I think they did a pretty good job with this overall. Next up, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. This one, so if you don't know, what they tried to do with this is take a different letter from different bands or groups in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And for me, just that concept alone is excellent. They have Nirvana's A. They have NWO's N. And I can't really tell some of them, but it's really, really dope look. And I really like it. I'm going to go S tier on this one. So top tier. I really like it. I know I'm probably going to get hate in the comments. I don't care though. It's clean. It's clean to me and it's fresh. It's new. It's something that we don't see a lot. Jerseys are very uniform, and I don't mean that in a pun, but they look kind of just they all starting to look the same, especially in the NBA. So I love what Cleveland has done here. All right, next up we have the Dallas Mavericks gold, and it's kind of got some wings on the side, as you can see there. They look pretty bland though, honestly. Gold, I don't quite understand the gold. Like, they haven't won anything recently. I don't know. Mavericks fans, don't kill me, but I'm going to have to put this in the D tier. Just not really for me. Next up, we've got the Denver Nuggets, the sunset. Kind of retro vibes here, but they're switching up the colors. Red, and you got that yellow and orange right there. I'm not really feeling it. It kind of reminds me of something you might see in a high school basketball team. So for that reason, we're going to put it at D tier next to Dallas. Next up, we've got the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan, obviously. These are rough. These are really, really rough. I'm not a fan. It just seems pretty simple. It seems like something I could have done in high school, you know? So, yeah, I don't like these at all. I'm going to have to put these at the F tier. F tier, just absolutely just not good in my opinion. Not good at all. Next up, we have the Golden State Warriors. I'm not a fan of the Golden State Warriors in the least. However, I really dig these. These are clean. It's obviously a Warriors throwback to those early 2000s uniforms, and I really like them. Of course, they switched it up and put the Oakland on there. Steph Curry flexing those guns, and I really like them. So even though it's the Warriors, I can't stand the Warriors. I'm going to put this in B tier. I'm going to put this in B tier because it is a clean-looking uniform. I can't be hating on that uniform. So next up, we've got the Houston Rockets, and they're going with H-Town. Pastel blue. I know pastel blue can be kind of polarizing in my opinion. It doesn't really strike me one way or the other. They got the red, the white, and then the pastel blue with the navy piping up, or royal piping up the side. It doesn't strike me one way or the other, so I'm just going to kind of put it middle as a C next to the Celtics. Just not doing a whole lot for me. Next up, we've got the Indiana Pacers, and whoo, this is one of my favorite in this collection because this is one of my favorite old school throwbacks they could have done, and it looks great. It's that old school pinstripes. This reminds me of the Malice at the Palace and just that crazy, you know, stuff with the Pistons, and it was crazy. People were going in the stands, so that was one childhood memory that just sticks out for whatever reason. For those reasons, I really do like them. It's a nice throwback. I'm going to put them in the A column. I don't know. A lot of people are going to agree with that, but man, it looks clean. Next up, we have the Los Angeles. They're kind of, I don't know what you want to call this kind of font. It says it's celebrating the street culture. It looks pretty dope, to be honest. Not a Clippers fan in the least, but I do like it. I think they could have done something with the piping, though, on the side here. They could have thrown in some more red and blue if they want to kind of go for that, you know, classic Clippers color scheme. Making a jersey black just for the sake of making a black jersey doesn't really get me very excited, so I'm going to put this B. It's fine, but I think they could have executed a little bit better. I think the logo is pretty dope, but they could have been doing a little bit more on the sides with the piping and everything. All right, next up, we have my favorite, one of my favorites, Los Angeles Lakers, the powder blue. Oh, man. And then they do have the royal blue Los Angeles with the cursive letters there. So clean. I really do like it. Yeah, we're going S tier with that one. I'm really, really big fan of that one. So we got to go S tier. Next up, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. And these look super clean. I really, really like them. This is the correct way to make a black jersey, in my opinion. If you're going to do something kind of a little bit toned down, just because you want to make a black jersey, that's fine, as long as you have some pop to it. And, you know, the piping on the side, it's kind of almost got like a Kachina vibe from like the NHL's Coyotes is kind of what vibes it's giving me. I really, really like it. It's got the Memphis, John Morant. That team's going to be pretty dope. And it just looks pretty clean in my opinion. And it's got the lines coming up. So, yes, they did go black, but it's for a reason. It seems like there's purpose here. It seems like they did a little bit more than they could have. And they definitely did a lot more than what LA did. So for that reason, we're going to have to put it in the A tier. Next up, though, we have Miami Heat. These are super loud, and you probably either love these or hate these, but check it out. On my shirt that I created, I kind of took some Miami vibes. I love the pink and blue look, so I really dig them. I'm going to put them in A tier. We're going to put them in A tier because it's pretty dope. They took a leap here. The Miami swag is on in full effect here. I really like them. Next up, we have Milwaukee, the Bucks. Obviously, I don't really understand the blue much at all. If somebody knows, maybe back in their history, they wore blue at some point. There's some kind of weird S kind of going from left to right. It's pretty bland in my opinion. I really like the current Bucks uniforms. I think they're really good. I think they're among the best. And this is kind of just a huge step backwards for me. So we're going to go D on the Milwaukee Bucks. So next up, we have the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, I saw a lot of people really just hating on these. And I don't hate them. I definitely think they could have done a lot more. This kind of looks like the Wizards from back when they were the Bullets. Just red, white, and blue. And then, of course, they have the De La Fleurs or Fleur de Lis or whatever they're called. And I don't hate them, but I definitely don't love them. So I'm going to put these at a decent C. At a decent C. Nothing crazy. I don't hate them, but at a decent C. Next up, we have Oklahoma City. And I really like them. I really like them. They're kind of look like clip art a little bit. So apparently these are paying homage to the state itself. I don't know. I'm not huge on these. They're fine, but kind of similar to the last ones, New Orleans. We're going to have to go and put them in the C bracket. They're clean, but I wish they would have done a little bit more with the words, the letters. I think they could have done a lot more. So next up, we have Orlando Magic. Now, I don't know why in the hell they're orange all of a sudden, but I dig it. They're clean. They got the Disney logo there, of course, Orlando and Disney and everything. I like them. I'm going to go B. These are kind of a throwback to their early 90s, but instead of being blue and black, it's white and orange. Again, no idea where the orange came from, but in my opinion, they are pretty darn clean. Next up, we have the Phoenix Suns, and yeah, these are excellent. These are so good. You have kind of the, I don't know what you want to call it. I always think that this is Southwest vibes right here. This is Southwest vibes. They've got that blocky kind of Minecraft almost looking, but I really dig it. The kind of how it goes from a gradient from orange to, and it gets darker to the top. I really do like these. So I'm going to actually put these in S tier. I really dig them. I think they're one of, if not maybe even the best. Next up, we have the Philadelphia 76ers, and in my opinion, very similar. Very similar to Oklahoma in the writing and the kind of font they used. Again, don't just make a jersey black just to say you have a black alternate jersey. I really don't like this one. I'm going to put that one down at the bottom in the F tier. Next up, we have the Portland Trailblazers, Oregon. They've got some really cool piping down one side. I think that's really unique that they didn't do it down both sides. I really actually like that a lot. It's different. It's clean. They do have waves that make it look like a mountaintop, so that's really clean. If you kind of cock your head to the side, you see what they're trying to do, and it's really cool. I like it. I don't think it's like S tier or anything, but they're clean. We're going to put them in B. So next up, we have Sacramento, or Sac Town as they're showing here, and Again, another black jersey, not doing too much. Kind of just very, very basic font here. You guys got to get something a little bit different because this black jersey with basic font just not doing it for me. I'm going to have to put it in the D tier. Next up, we have San Antonio. This is kind of a throwback. They did do something interesting with the font at the very least. This is kind of throwing back to late 80s, early 90s in my opinion. I don't love it. I definitely don't hate it though. I like that they used a different kind of font. They're clean. They still got the logo on the pants down there and the piping on the shorts as well. So I'm going to give this, I don't love it, I don't hate it. I'm putting C tier. I think that's fair. Next up, we have the Raptors. Of course, they're always looking like OVO. That's Drake's brand. This one, I really like the font here and the kind of worn out look on the sleeves and on the neck. I like it. I think it's clean. I'm going to put it in B tier. Next up, we have the Utah Jazz and kind of, you know, some vibes of Phoenix, but not quite the same graphics on this one. Just kind of Utah with the current Utah font and everything. So I'm not as in love with this one, but I don't think it's terrible. We'll put it in the C tier. Next up, we have Washington. We got DC. It's very, very minimal looking, almost to a fault. DC, Washington could have done a lot more with this. These are supposed to be crazy in my mind. You're supposed to go crazy with these city jerseys. They definitely didn't, and for that reason, I think they have to get penalized. So we're going to put them at the D tier. All right, next up, NBA.com didn't have, for some reason, Minnesota on that article, so we have Minnesota Timberwolves, green piping, and a little green North Star right there. That's really cool. I really love kind of the shout outs kind of to the NHL in some of these jerseys, and I really dig it. I'm not in love with it though. They could have done more on the sides, but I do like it, and for that reason, we are going to put it in the B tier actually. All right, so last up, we have the Knicks. I couldn't find a picture of it for some reason, but trust me, it's just the number, and then it says New York Knicks circled in white, orange, and blue. You can kind of see it here. I'll zoom in, but it's kind of basic. The piping on the sides is pretty interesting. It kind of fades, but overall, I think it's just pretty kind of bland. A lot of black jerseys is what I'm noticing. A lot of teams like having an alternate as a black. It just kind of goes with everything. I think they're kind of thinking more for the athleisure, so people can actually wear these instead of just being able to wear them only to a game. So I think a lot of teams are kind of trying to push into those black and kind of toned down jerseys. So overall, we'll take a look. I do really love the Cleveland Cavaliers. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I personally do love them. The Lakers, that baby blue and then that royal blue in the cursive looks super dope, super clean, among my favorite. But I honestly think my absolute favorite is actually the Utah Jazz. It looks awesome. I know it kind of looks like Minecraft, and people online are saying it looks like Minecraft, but I actually really like it. So it's my list. I'm going to put it at probably number 1, followed by Cleveland, then LA. And then the bottom of the barrel, you're going to be looking at Philadelphia and Detroit. Detroit's is just super, I'm just not a fan. It just looks like something I could have designed as a sophomore in high school. So for those reasons, got to put it at the bottom. But guys, if you want more content like this, make sure to slap that like button. That is the #1 way I know that my videos are being enjoyed by the people that are watching them. If you made it this far and you're not yet subscribed and you enjoyed what I was doing here today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the post notification bell icon. Jump in that comment section. Which one is your favorite? Did I botch it? Did I get them right? Let me know. Let's chop it up in the comment section below. And of course, join the Discord. We're talking about sports and sports cards almost every single day over there. Again, I just dropped these shirts. Go take a look. fullcountmedia.com/shop. I appreciate you all. You're all amazing. And until next time, I will catch you on the flippy flop.